Welcome to TuberChat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. This is Msk Family Vlogs, a dynamic family of creators that continues to come back to TuberChat again and again, is aggressively growing their channel with well over 200 subscribers, now on the road to 300. They have a lot of dynamic content for you to see as you connect with them, and I hope that you will if you haven't already. So welcome, everybody. We've got a good handful of creators in the chat already. Brandon Jackson, it's good to see you. Christian Nomad, great to have you back. Thank you for coming in. D Turner Gaming, I was just thinking about you before we started. Thank you for coming in. It's Fifi777, always good to see you. And Jaden Sue, our dear friend, is here. JCC Tube, it's good to have you back. And Carrie Beth, it's always a pleasure when you're in the chat. Msk Family Vlogs is in the chat right now. They happen to be a member and are our featured channel. And then PA, our beloved mod, is in the chat. Thank you so much for everything that you do and for coming back again and again. Savvy1619, good to see you in here. And Unmasked Lifestyle, it's great to have you back in the chat as well. And hopefully I haven't missed too many people in the chat, but it looks like I might be caught up. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, thanks for coming in. Let me get some of these members onto the wheel to start with. Again, like always, I've put a new disclaimer at the bottom right of the screen that you can see. So I just want to remind everybody you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. But in the case of super chats and memberships, we will just let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen right away. So Kristen Welton is in the chat as eNiagara now. There's some news here. Kristen is officially monetized on her personal channel as of this morning. It started today. So there's congratulations for her. I'm sure all of you will join me in congratulating her on that. Now it's time for her to work on Epilepsy Niagara, which is a charitable organization that helps people who are affected by and living with epilepsy in the Niagara area. She's going to build that channel up as hopefully a stream of income for the charity. And I hope everybody will consider connecting with her there. But since she's going to be aggressively working on that channel now, although Kristen Welton is a mod and a member on TuberChat and my girlfriend and everything else, I'm going to use Epilepsy Niagara to push for her, as I would do for anybody else, for those of you who have a couple of different channels. And then Coach Sherry, it's great to see you here. Thank you very much. And Gracie Sweets at Home, thank you for joining TuberChat for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Actually, now I can't remember for the life of me, and forgive me for this, Gracie Sweets at Home. Did we just meet outside or were you here yesterday? Because we just connected. And now, for the life of me, I can't remember if you were here yesterday. But so forgive me for that. Gambling Granny, it's good to see you back. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you here as well. Taylor Rochester will be back in the house. MAH Videos, thank you so much. You always ask. I'm always doing well, always living the dream. So hopefully you're doing okay as well. And then Vegas Girl, good to see you back in the house. Now, Vegas Girl, is this the Vegas Girl that has been in here before? I'm just curious because I wonder about that. So as well, if anybody in the chat feels there's anything that I need to address at any time, you can reach out to me with one word, TuberChat, on Instagram. I try to be attentive of it, and I will do what I can to keep everything running smoothly. Oh, it was yesterday. I'm so sorry, Gracie Sweets at Home, but thank you very much. Oh, wow. And Gambling Granny just got monetized this morning as well. That's fantastic. That's good news. We have a friend, another member, Mr. Johnny25, who is expecting to be monetized any day now, probably tomorrow morning because he's been in review since Saturday. And as a matter of fact, I will be doing an interview with Mr. Johnny25 on his channel immediately following tuberchat in 2.5 hours from now. So for those of you who will still be here or will even come back, I hope you can catch that. It should be a dynamic conversation, and we will do some question and answer in the chat as well, so we can get into some deep diving about all things YouTube. Savvy619, thank you so much. Thanks for all of you who have given the thumbs up. Mike the Creator, thank you for coming back in again. And Vegas Girl, okay, it is the same. I'm going to ask a favor. Here, I'll just do it in the chat. Simply Royce is here, another previously featured channel from tuberchat. Thank you for coming in. Happens to be another member. In the case of members, we just put them on the wheel right away as soon as I see them. Moya Random Vlogs, thank you for coming back in. I know you were early, so thanks for coming back. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members already. And I will likely get to adding names to the wheel sooner than usual. Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And I'm missing my banner, but there we go. Did Just Living Life come in? Because I didn't remember welcoming her. I hope I did. Just Living Life, I hope I welcomed you when you came in. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, then I will certainly get around to everybody. So I'm going to do something else. So this is Msk Family Vlogs, like I was talking about, our featured channel of the day. Every single day that we live stream, we feature a different channel across all of our social networks, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and sometimes more. Our thumbnails on our live streams always feature these creators, and the creators that are featured are selected based on generosity that I see within the community in one way or another. So that's just something to note. And okay. I just wanted to address something quickly. So in the chat, Vegas Girl has been with us many times before and unfortunately has experienced a bit of trolling and stuff like that. So because of that, I just wanted to make sure that we're dealing with the right Vegas Girl. And sure enough, it is, which is great. Unmasked Lifestyle, good to have you back. Leon Legendary Productions, always good to see you. So thank you for coming back in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Crystal Renee, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. Let's make that happen. And it looks like we are off to the races. So what I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, just because I want to help with this. So as I said, Kristen runs a nonprofit charitable organization. And now it's time to work on that channel. Norman B., good to see you in here. Thanks very much. So I'm going to skip the wheel and put that channel up right now just so you can all see. So this Kristen Welton is running this channel. She expects to put up some dynamic content to both inform and educate when it comes to all things epilepsy. So I hope everybody will consider connecting with this channel, which I also have to do with tuberchat, as we can see. So I'm going to take one of these videos. I'll just take the first one. for now. Add it into my watch later. And then, of course, as I do with all new connections, I will go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours or so. I will watch that video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment. I will give a thumbs up, of course. We should always be doing that for each other. And then I will subscribe. And in that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks. Let me spin for the first time. We'll get a channel up right away, nice and early today. And then I will see what I can do about adding names to the screen, or to the wheel. Oh, did I put Simply Royce on there twice? I didn't mean to do that, but that's funny. Simply Royce, as soon as I saw you, I put you on, but you're already on because Simply Royce is a silver member, which means that their link is, or their channel is already added. Pardon me. Their channel is automatically added to the wheel at the beginning of live stream every time, whether they're here or not. And this is Simply Royce right here. She not only is willing to swap playlists, but also does the featured channels collaboration. So first of all, if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators should reach out to you to make those arrangements, and everybody's free to make those arrangements individually and independently. If you see somebody saying, I'm willing to run playlists, and you are also willing, then please reach out to them as well. And thank you, Christian Nomad, for connecting with Epilepsy Niagara. I'm really happy that you're back here. I just appreciate the help that both you and Lift to Eat gave the other day. And then, so one of the things I like to talk about is this featured channels collaboration that Simply Royce has going on here. The reason I like it so much, and I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it, is because when you feature channels on your front page like this, you are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So again, I recommend it. If anybody in the chat has added tuberchat or my personal channel to your front page, please make sure that I know about it so that I can return that favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Dimitri Jones, good to see you here. Oh, okay, let me, before I spin the wheel, I'm gonna go back to Niagara. I should have put that in the chat. For anybody that wants to connect with Niagara, there's the link right there. It'll make it easier to find. But actually, if it's necessary, then Kristen, you can drop that link whenever somebody's looking for it. Let me pause this. Whenever you're live streaming, you should have any YouTube windows paused. The chat still runs if you need it, but can really help with choking the internet connection. So let me spin. We'll get another channel up here. And thank you, D Turner Gaming, for pointing it out. Yeah, the link, I just put the link, Jaden. So if you scroll up just for a second, you'll see it. This is Crystal Renee, another member. She's got her 100 subscribers nice and locked in. So hopefully we're going to push you a little bit farther and get you closer to the 200 that now must be on your mind. And Fatima Asim, thank you for coming in. I'm just going to remove your message because here we don't do any self-promotion. So we don't ask to be flexed or any of that stuff. And I'll explain how the wheel works so that you can see how you can get your chance to be on the wheel. Everybody has an equal opportunity to be on the wheel. It is not based on super chats or memberships. Everybody can be on it. So here's Bottissimo. This is a robot that I use. It's similar to Nightbot or Streamlabs, and it does an excellent job of keeping track of how active everybody is in the chat. So it's not just about how long you're here. It's about how much interaction there is. So hopefully you're meeting new friends, meeting new family members, growing your channel like we're all here to do. And then after a while, usually 30 to 45 minutes, I start adding names to the wheel. And the wheel is random, of course. When I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then if you're still here, we put your channel up on the screen and talk about it for a couple of moments if that's what you like. Yeah, so Fatima Asim, it's no problem. And thank you very much, because it gave me an opportunity to talk about it. I know I don't always go over how the wheel works, but that's it. So as long as you're here, just meet new friends, meet new family members, and soon enough, Bottissimo, my robot, will tell me when it's time to put you on the wheel, and then I'll be happy to do it when it gets there. Lift to Eat, good to see you in the chat. And absolutely, I'm sure lots of people are losing bananas. So if you can imagine this, if I remember the numbers right, I think tuberchat last night, before I called it a night, was at 1636. This morning woke up to 1629. I went out for a moment, came back, and it was at 1634. And now is at like 1637 or something like that. But I was in a few live streams this morning and stuff like that. Not necessarily like this, just supporting creators, but typically, a lot of times, especially because of the name TuberChat Connect and Grow, when new people see that in a live stream, I'll often get organic subscribers because they'll just be interested to see what it is. But anyway, it's interesting. So we're still having the struggle with the purging and glitching, and I hope we're going to see an end to it soon. Rodney and Janelle, good to see you here. Crazy Kids, good to see you as well. And let me spin. I'll get another channel on the screen, and then I will add a couple of names to the wheel. This is just vlogging life. So they happen to be a gold member, and what that means is that not only do they get their channel added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not, but as well, their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. And Christian Nomad has given us some action in the chat. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And for that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right away next. Becoming a member means that every time you're in the chat, I will put you on the wheel automatically as soon as I see you. But for today, because you've become a member right now, I'm going to put you up next on the screen and we'll talk about your channel. But I really appreciate that support. And Christian Nomad, even in only the short time of being involved with TuberChat for only the last week or two, has been an invaluable resource. I was very lucky because I happened to catch a live stream. I was driving at the time, as a matter of fact. So I don't text and drive or any of that stuff, whatever, but I do sometimes listen. So as I was running some errands, I was driving around and I caught Christian Nomad's live stream, and they were talking about the big glitching and purging that's been going on. And he was the one who kind of made me understand that it's not just a simple purge, that there's a lot more that's going on. So it seems it's a combination of both. There was a major purge to start it, and now there's this glitch going on where we're adding subscribers and we're losing subscribers and all this stuff. And hopefully we're going to see an end to that. But not to mention that, then Christian Nomad, along with Lift to Eat, were in the chat the other day, and we're both extremely helpful. And I do appreciate all of that stuff. So I really am very happy about the way that the TuberChat community has grown over the last long time, so that we can truly share our information together and truly thrive together. But I appreciate the contributions that everybody's making to help. Your numbers have stopped dropping. Must have been daily feedback to YouTube. Maybe. I reported twice. I didn't do daily. I just reported twice, once each on my two major channels, and haven't heard anything back. But my personal channel has grown just by a few. I'm really not aggressively working in live streams or anything on that anymore. I'm just letting it grow organically now because I get enough subscribers from tuberchat, right? Enough people are interested to know who on earth is yapping is all of the YouTube stuff for 2.5 hours a day, 4 times a week. So that works out. But yeah, hopefully we're all seeing an end to this glitching and purging and stuff like that. So, yes, I did say we are going to put Christian Nomad up on the screen right away. So Just Vlogging Life is a previously featured channel from tuberchat, as a matter of fact, but also does the playlist swapping collaboration and the featured channels collaboration, as you can see here, with a lot of friendly faces, including Kristen Welton, Foodie Squad, April WID, and Brown Girl Bella. So hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. And let's have a look at what Christian Nomad has going on for us today. And there was a few friendly faces in that live stream when I caught it anyway. Why don't I, for the life of me, remember who was there? Philly Girl was there. I forget who else was we were talking with. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. So Christian Nomad does the featured channels collaboration as well. I hope did I add you to our featured channels now that I see that we're there? I forget if we've already done this. So I'm just going to have a quick look and make sure, because if not, I'll do it right now. Oh, there's Philly Girl right there. That's a coincidence. I was just mentioning you like 2 seconds ago. Again, I was talking about Christian Nomad's live stream the other day that we crossed paths in again. But I appreciate you being here always, Philly Girl. She's a dynamic creator as well. Let me just look at the featured channels. We've got quite a list here, but I just want to see if Christian Nomad is in there already. If not, I'll do it right now. If anybody else has added tuberchat to their featured channels and I don't already know about it, then please just make sure that I do so that I can return the favor, because as you see, I absolutely do that on both channels. So if you want to add featured channels, the way we're doing it, this is a new layout for YouTube, and most people should have it by now. Maybe not everybody, but it's one of the reasons why I like going over this tutorial so much. And then Angel Light Over Darkness, thanks for coming back in. So when I go down to my featured channels module, which is right here, I'm going to go to edit section contents. And they've changed the way that this works now. So even though I keep copying URLs because I'm so used to it, you don't have to do that. I can just type in. Oh, you do have to spell it properly. Christian Nomad. Oh, that's it. Yeah, right there. Now you'll see that it's added to the bottom of the list. However, I'm just going to move it up. I hope that YouTube adds the shuffle feature back into this, but we don't know anything about that. That's just me saying it. So there we go. So I click done. You must click publish. We didn't have to do that before, but the new way of doing this, you have to do that. Norman B has done the same. I do. I use pen and paper for my notes still while we do our live streams. And then JCC Tube is just reaching out to swap playlists if anybody wants to do that. I also do I swap playlists as well, even though I'm monetized. So I'm happy to help. And if anybody wants to reach out to me personally, you can just hit me up at tuberchat on Instagram. Is the easiest way. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, but Instagram is best. And then I'll be happy to swap playlists with anybody. Carrie Beth swaps playlists as well. Kristen, of course, does it. And there's many other channels in the chat that do that. Oh, there is a way. Brandon Jackson, let me just show you again. So when we go to edit section contents, if I wanted to add a channel here, like I'm going to put Norman B if it comes up. Norman B, there it is. Now what I can do is I can go through our chat. I can find Norman B again. There they are. So it's the first one, as a matter of fact, right? And I'm just going to click this, and it automatically adds it to the bottom of the list. I'm going to take Norman B, and I just want to put it at the front so that the look of the TuberChat front page keeps changing. Doesn't really matter the order of all this. And I think now that YouTube has changed this, it's probably going to entice more people to click on the channels section of your own channel. We're going to get back to Christian Nomad's channel in a second here. When you click on this, you can click here on channels if you want to, or you can just simply click on the featured channels right here, and you will find that now, okay, so featured Christian Nomad is there. I don't know where Norman B went. Oh, maybe this is not done in the same order. Is that why? Or it needs to be refreshed. Social Couplepreneur, good to see you back in here. How do you collaborate, Taylor Rochester? So specifically what we're talking about, I just want to get this fixed because something's wrong here. A collaboration means that you're just working with another creator. So I use the term way too much, to be honest with you. A true collaboration means you're making a video together. But collaborating in the truest sense of the word just means you're working together in some way. If it means that you're just going to swap playlists with each other or exchange featured channels like I was talking about, then that's okay as well. You can make your own decision as to whether you consider that a collaboration or not. I just use the word so loosely here. Okay, either way, I know Norman B's in there. Hopefully it's correcting itself. All right, it says changes published, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'll refresh one more time, and then we're going to get back to channels on the wheel. All right, I don't know why it's not coming up yet. I'm sure it'll come up afterwards, but I've already got it written down to double check. It's Fifi777 is willing to swap playlist. Kristen Welton, of course, is willing. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo will swap playlist for sure. Babin Welt, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And let's get back to what we're doing here. So here's Christian Nomad. Again, like I said, was an invaluable resource. And the very first time I caught him in a live stream, actually. And I say this all the time. So for those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. That's how I got my start on YouTube just over 4 years ago. However, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And that's a perfect example because as soon as I walked into that live stream, it was like extremely valuable information as soon as I got there, you know, and that's the kind of thing I just want to mention and focus on, because obviously that's a creator where there's much to be learned from as well as entertained by, as we can see. So hopefully I'm not missing anything. I'm just reading Brandon Jackson's message here. Just for homepage. Not quite sure from the YouTube studio. Do it by a cookie when you select a page. I'm not sure what you mean, Brandon Jackson. Okay, let me get a couple of channels on the wheel, and then I'll spin. But thank you again, Christian Nomad, for becoming a member today. JCC Tube, let's get you on there. Carrie Beth, it's Fifi777. Turner Gaming is already there because they're a member. And Mike the Creator. We spin, we'll get a channel up and see what's happening. Yeah, Moya Random Vlogs, the best idea is always to go first. Everybody here is willing to bake. They want to bake with you, but a lot of people, especially the people who've been with TuberChat for a while, will wait for you to come to them. Especially if you're newer to TuberChat, the best idea is always to go first, because we just don't want to be shy. So Carrie Beth is also willing to swap playlists, even though she's monetized. And then as well, she does the featured channels collaboration as well. So I talk about her channel all the time, but you could just see that her the instinct for her branding is fantastic. And there's much to be learned from her, as well as entertained by also here. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. And the other thing too, I guess first I should ask everybody, if you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, any of that stuff, then of course I'll appreciate it, because it really does help. And then any thumbs up really helps as well. It pushes TuberChat a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can get found easier, meet more creators, and then maximize our impact. And if anybody has questions or things that they'd like to address in the chat, then I hope that this can be an open forum for that as well, where we can all share knowledge so that we can all make the right decisions for our channels. There are some things that are a universal truth for every channel, but there are many things that are based on individual decisions, like meaning when you are running your channel, you have to make your own decisions for what's right for you, regardless of what me or anybody else has to say. The best idea always is, like in my opinion, to share our knowledge together, take what you learn every day and add it to what you already know and what you're going to learn tomorrow, and make your own individual decisions. A lot of times you will have instinct that will come on as well. The longer you go on with your channel, the more videos you make and the more time you spend. Reading your analytics especially is something that I harp on all the time. I want everybody to be paying attention to their analytics, even if you don't like it, even if numbers are not necessarily your thing. You must look, and the reason why is because after a little while, you'll start to see patterns. And what you're looking for when you're doing your analytics is not necessarily what you're doing wrong. You're looking for what you're doing right, so you can duplicate that success. Sometimes you'll have a video that will really move a lot faster than some of the others, and you want to find out why that happened. JCC Tube, thank you very much. And then, one has no other social media. Philly girl. So, if it's possible, if you have email, I will. I'll just put it in here just in case. It's so there's an email address there in case you have email or in case you use email. But as well, to be honest with you, I'm pretty easy to find. So even regardless of social media, if there was something that you wanted to address, just let me know how you'd like to connect, and I'll be able to accommodate you, I'm sure. Oh, thank you very much, D Turner Gaming. Thank you for the share. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Always a pleasure having you in the chat. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. Crazy Kids will hopefully be back. Dimitri Jones. So I have a robot that determines the order on how everybody gets added to the wheel. It's not just based on how long you're here, but how interactive or how active you are in the chat, interacting with other creators, especially meeting new friends and family members. And I don't, Philly girl, I don't want to forget and put it in the back of my mind. So if the email is going to work for you, then that's great. If not, then just let me know and we'll figure something else out. I'm easy to reach, but happy to help always. So here's the Murphy family. This is another silver member. And what that means is that their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But they are, first of all, a dynamic family of creators, as well a very much loved and well-respected member, not only of our community here, but of the small YouTuber community in general. As you can see, they have a lot of familiar faces, including the Cruz family, Hoops Family Network, Mr. Johnny 25, Social Couplepreneur, pardon me, and Lava House family. I just want to make one more mention. Mr. Johnny 25 is going to interview me. I'm sure it's going to turn into more of a conversation and a lot of question and answer with the chat after tuberchat today. So in about an hour and a half from now, or 2 hours from now, we'll be over there. But we'll raid that live stream when we're done here, so we can just carry right over. Yeah, that's okay, Philly girl, Philly girl. The other thing too, I'm happy to go through analytics anytime as well. I really, to be honest with you personally, I'd probably love it if we got more into tutorials and stuff like that while we're doing tuberchat, because most of the people who come through tuberchat have been here before. We're always going to get an extra 20 or 30 channels, like out of 80, 90, or 100 that come through in a 2.5 hour period. 20 or 30 of them are brand new, but probably 10 to 20 of those just come in and leave right away. They don't know what it is, or they don't like it, or it's not their thing, or whatever, right? Which is fine, right? That's organic YouTube. Happens to everybody. But some of the new channels come in, but most of the channels have been here at least once before. So it's so easy for, let's say, the newcomers to pick up on the system. And most of the people who come here for the first time have been to another growth stream before. So it's very rare that I have to actually teach somebody like what we're doing and what the point is. So if we get into tutorials and stuff like that, I wonder if that might be more beneficial for everybody than me just reminding everybody to watch videos and leave comments. But I'm happy to do that too. It's necessary. And designs by CAD Pro. What I mean is Mr. Johnny 25 here, who just happens to be on the Murphy family's featured channels list, is going to interview me after tuberchat today on their channel. So when tuberchat ends, I'll give a link. We'll go right over to that live stream, and he'll spend 5 minutes introducing, and then I'll go on panel with him, and we'll do some YouTube talk there. Him Tunes, good to see you here. I feel like you've been here before, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that. If this is your first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. So here's its Fifi777. This is a creator that I have swapped playlists with twice. Kristen has probably also done the same, but she is a loyal and dedicated supporter who has been connected to me for months and months now, and somebody who is a generous creator as well. She has made one of those shout out videos that you often see where creators might say, here's 5 or 10 channels that you need to go and see. And it's usually their most loyal, dedicated supporters for themselves. She made one of those shout out videos, and we have now put that on our front page as we do with videos like that. If anybody else ever comes across or has made one of those shout out videos, I'll ask for the favor, if you don't mind bringing it to my attention, so that I can put that stuff on the front page. And the idea is we want to try to give a little bit of action to the creators that do that kind of thing. We want to kind of reward that. The other thing too is what I've tried to do with tuberchat on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on our front page is give you a few extra resources so that when tuberchat is not live streaming, you can still follow us and find dedicated, loyal supporters, because we featured a lot of creators. We're on episode number 83 today of tuberchat. So that's 83 creators that have been featured. And I always feature channels based on generosity of some sort. So you can bet that there's some quality creators there. And that gives everybody a little bit to do in between Monday and Friday when tuberchat is not here. So I'm just catching up with the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. Yeah, D Turner Gaming. It's funny. It doesn't. It seems like time's flying, right? Because it's only been like, I guess now it's getting on. I think it's 20 weeks. I think we're on week 21 now, or something like that. And when you think about how long that takes to get through, since May, we put our. I promised everybody I'd have tuberchat running by the end of April. So on April 30th, I did our first test live stream, and then shortly after, we started episode number 1. But it's been that long already, and it's great. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, some more action in the chat here. Thank you very much for your super sticker. It is absolutely not necessary, especially because you do it so often, but very much appreciated, of course, always. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate the support. And Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is already on the wheel. So, Love JD, I'm just cutting your message just because we don't specifically do that the way that you're suggesting. This here is not quite a sub for sub network. While everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel if you're here, they will only do it after you subscribe to theirs because you're brand new to tuberchat. So the concept of, are people going to subscribe to you and you're going to subscribe to them? Yes, but it's much more, because tuberchat happens to be a community of loyal and dedicated supporters who are expecting to support each other, not only in the coming days, but weeks, months, and maybe eventually years, to give likes, views, comments, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers so that we can all build our channels with a strong and solid foundation. So it's much more than sub, for instance. And House of X Entertainment Inc. is in the house. That will be a featured channel next week. This is It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and Yo, It's Your Boy Leo together. This is a business channel run by the two of them together. I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. D Turner Gaming still has episode 11. Is that the episode you were featured on? D Turner Gaming's a previously featured channel from tuberchat from the beginning. D Turner Gaming's been here since the very beginning. Lord Geo, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Oh gosh. And I'm getting behind in the chat. Sunflower Angel, good to see you here. Christina Trammell, great to have you back. Thank you for coming in. Black Brand Friday, good to see you here. And I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. I don't mean to fall behind. Yeah, Love JD. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's something else. I mean, there's a lot of growth streams out there. A lot of them are great. A lot of them are my friends. A lot of them, I've even built up my own personal channel, and tuberchat was built on many different growth streams from generous creators that run them. But we all run a little bit differently, and I've been very lucky that tuberchat happens to be a very respectful community of true, loyal, and dedicated supporters. As I tell stories about the channels that come through the chat, and especially the ones that I put on the screen, like Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo here, you will get to know the kind of family that's truly being built here at tuberchat. And then thank you for saying that, D Turner Gaming. It's always a pleasure having you here, though. So Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, this is Abby and Gijo, and they are with us all the time since finding us just a few short weeks ago on tuberchat. Maybe it's longer ago than I think already, but time is surely flying. It's hard to believe we already are past the summer. tuberchat started just as summer was beginning, and summer's already done. We're on, like I said, episode number 83 today. But Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo has been a featured channel on tuberchat, and then as well as a generous creator in that they always contribute to the chat, as well as they are willing to swap playlists. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators should reach out to you in the chat. As well, when you see somebody say they're willing to swap playlists, if you're willing, then please reach out to them as well, and you're free to make those arrangements independently as well. There's lots of creators in the channel that are here in the chat today that are willing to swap playlists, but I am also included in that. So if anybody wants help, I have a computer dedicated to running playlists for creators logged in on legitimate accounts. So if you want to reach out to me at tuberchat on Instagram, I'm happy to make those arrangements and give anybody the help that they need. We want to see everybody monetized. Kristen Walton is monetized as of this morning. Mr. Johnny 25 will probably be monetized tomorrow. Oh, there he is, Mr. Johnny 25. I'm just talking to you about you at the same time. Rodney and Janelle, I hope I welcomed you when you came in, but thank you for being here again. I should get another couple of names on the wheel and then I'll spin. Mr. Johnny 25's got to go up there because he is a member as well. And I'm going to add Kira Welton now. Kira Welton is Kristen's daughter, but my BFF forever, and is in the chat as a moderator. We all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada, but they're always in the chat with me. Coach Sherry, hopefully you're meeting lots of friends and family members today. And Mike the Creator, you're on the wheel. Chasing Chris comes in swinging. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. Jason Chris is also a member, but thank you for that. It's absolutely not necessary, but very much appreciated. I was hanging out with Jason Chris right before setting up for Tuber Chat today, just an hour before we started. He was doing a live stream. Finding happiness in all you do. I hope I welcomed you. I know you've been here like pretty much, it feels like the whole time. I can't remember for the life of me whether I welcomed you on the way in. Jason Chris, let's get you onto the wheel right away. And again, you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. But in the case of super chatters and memberships, we will let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. Let me spin, and then I'll get another couple of names on here as well. JCC Tube. Pine Mouse, good to see you here. That's a new channel that has recently found TuberChat just this weekend, but has been back. So thank you very much. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. Here's JCC Tube. And they also are doing the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time, and they're willing to swap playlists. So one more time, if everybody wants to swap playlists, you can just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you for that purpose. And if you see somebody say they're willing to swap playlists, then I hope that you will reach out to them as well. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently. Let me look through my Bautisimo list here and see if I can get some more channels up. Thank you so much, Taylor Rochester, for your kind words. I just hope we can help you get your channel moving. I know you got to get a strong and solid foundation. I'd love to see you get to the first 100 subscribers so that you can start to really move. So I'm just looking through my list. Carrie Beth, we already looked at. Finding happiness in all you do. Let's get you onto the wheel. House of X is in there. Eve Belize. I don't know when you came in. Forgive me for not welcoming you if I didn't. I can't remember. Maybe you've been here for a while and I did welcome you. See what I keep doing all day? I keep saying the same thing to everybody. But Eve Belize and I we cross paths in a lot of live streams. So one of the things I love about the community here at TuberChat is that when you're out and you visit other people's live streams, you start to run into people that you met or met each other within TuberChat particularly. And I love that stuff. But Eve Belize and I have run into each other, it feels like 10 times in the last 4 or 5 days because they are always out supporting other creators. And I try to do it as well. It's easy for me. I have a computer. I can keep a window rolling while I work. So I can hit live streams every 15 or 20 minutes. When you're in somebody's live stream, you always want to be trying to stay for at least 15 minutes so that the creator can get some full credit for that. So it's just a thought. Muscle Car Appraisal, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And then Taylor Rochester, yeah, it happens to everybody. Now, when you look, I don't know if you can figure out who's exactly gone. So here's an idea, and I get this somewhat from Christian Nomad. We looked at his channel earlier, but this is not exactly his like the idea, the way he put it, but he had an idea, and I've taken from that this idea for yourself. So today, if you can, I don't know whether you use pen and paper or you like to use phone or something like that to keep notes, maybe make a note of everybody that you connect to. So you go out, make the first move like you always do, reach out to a creator to connect with them, write down who you're connecting with, and especially who says they're going to connect back with you, maybe make a check mark or something like that. And then tomorrow, depending on what happens with the YouTube algorithm, you'll be able to remember 100% for sure who you connected with, and then you can go back and you can see if you're still connected to them or not. And it's unfortunate that you're getting such a hard time while we're all going through this purge and glitch and everything else that YouTube is doing. It's happening to everybody, and there has to be an end in sight somewhere, but it looks like things have been better for a couple of days. Not perfect though. So hopefully you're gonna start to have an easier time. We looked at Christian Nomad. Let's get Philly Girl up here. And Moya Random Vlog. I don't know if Moya Random Vlogs is still here. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel up. And pardon me while I just look at, I'm just addressing something on Instagram. So Angel Light Over Darkness, if you're still here, I did get your message. I'll respond afterwards, of course. So here's Mr. Johnny 25. So it's a perfect opportunity to talk about what is coming up in only an hour and a half from now. So there is Mr. Johnny 25 that happens to be a member who, is he still in the chat, or did he, because he's out promoting. I just got some notifications, so I think he's promoting the video for today. But he's a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community. He does this show called the Small YouTuber Show. And as you can see right here, coming up today, after tuberchat in another hour and a half from now, is going to be an interview between Mr. Johnny 25 and myself, and we will be talking all things YouTube. So Mr. Laser Savage, here we hid your message just because here in tuberchat we don't do any self-promotion. So absolutely we can help you grow. Everybody's here for that reason. But tuberchat is a community of loyal and dedicated supporters who believe that helping others more so than what you expect to receive is the key to success. And in that way, you'll end up getting more out of YouTube than you wanted in the first place. It's a true belief here. And if you're willing to support other creators as well as looking for support from them, then you'll find yourself with a lot of friends and family members here in tuberchat if that's what you would like. So this is what we're talking about. That will be happening an hour and a half from now. Mr. Johnny 25 always does a lot of dynamic content regarding YouTube. As you can see, how to be more confident on camera, motivation for liberation, ways to make your channel stand out. So he does a lot of this stuff as well as a lot of interviews. So I'm lucky enough to be interviewed by him right after. So as much as we're doing what we're doing here, we also, isn't that like the best looking thumbnail on the entire YouTube platform? D-Turner Gaming. Anyway, hopefully everybody will connect with Mr. Johnny 25 if you haven't already. because he's got a lot of other content and allows everybody to connect in his live stream similarly to the way we do here at TuberChat. Ghostly Winds is in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then let me spin the wheel and see what's happening. So here's Mike the Creator. I'll put the channel up, but then we'll just make sure that they're still here. I haven't seen them in a few minutes. Sometimes it takes a while, first of all, to get onto the wheel, and then as well to get onto the screen. But this is a newer connection for TuberChat, but I've got the bell on now. And let me just have a quick look here. Oh, Mike the Creator is there. PA, if you need your link, you can drop it too. I think I mentioned that, but if you if somebody needs it, Mike the Creator wants to connect with you right now, then just whenever you need it, you can do that. So Mike the Creator, it's great to have you back in the house with 229 subscribers. You're well on your way, first of all, to 250, but hopefully we can push you a little bit farther and get you closer to that 300. Lift to Eat, I hope I welcomed you when you came in today. I know I was talking about you earlier, and I can't for the life of me remember. Something is up with me today that I can't remember whether I've welcomed everybody. I've done that like 10 times already. But hopefully you're doing well, meeting new friends and family members. Just looking at my list to see if I can add another couple of names onto the wheel here. Coach Sherry, how did I not already have you on the wheel? Unmasked Lifestyle. Oh, I did. Okay. Lift to Eat. I should have. I have a feeling it was at the beginning because I went on. Didn't I give a whole speech about thanking you for the help that you gave the other day in a live stream and stuff like that? Forgive me. I'm silly. Not to mention they're willing to swap playlists. If anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply reach out to everybody by saying, I am willing to swap playlists. Just say that in the chat. Other creators should also connect with you as soon as you do that. But if you see anybody else say that they're willing to swap playlists and you're willing, then please reach out to them as well. And let's get a lot of that happening. The reason why I push playlists so much here on TuberChat is because once you've traded favors with somebody, you can get a little bit of a friendship started. You know, and you will find yourself probably favoring some of the creators who have helped you, but you'll also find yourself being favored by those creators whom you have helped. And that's how you can really get a strong and solid foundation for your channel. So wouldn't it be a wonderful world? I know we all need 1,000 subscribers, but wouldn't it be great if you had 100 true friends who every time you put out a video would be happy for you and want to help you promote and give you the comments, likes, and views and other things that you need, hang out in your live streams and all that? You'd get a head start on every video that you post. So forgive me, Love JD. We don't do any self-promotion here. So I just pulled that message as well. So what you can do for Instagram is if you're doing something like swapping playlists with a creator, then it's possible to give each other your Instagram handle for that purpose. What I don't want is for everybody just to say, here, follow me on Instagram, because we're really not here for that. And I always want to avoid self-promotion because it's actually against YouTube's community guidelines. And then D Turner Gaming luckily has a lot of loyal friends by now that are willing. And Love JD, it's no problem. I know it's your first time here in TuberChat. What I also wish is that, so while you're here, you'll like see the way we do things, but TuberChat tends to be a very strict chat. And for that reason, when you're out in other growth streams that are similar to TuberChat, you'll have an easier time because you won't have hosts and moderators jumping on everything that you do. And then pardon me while I just see if there's anything I've got to address here. Oh, thank you very much, Jaden Sue. Yes, I just got that message as well. So specifically for those of you who are brand new to TuberChat, if you wanted to connect with the channel similarly to Philly Girl here, for instance, or anybody else in the chat, everybody wants to connect. So please don't be shy. But the object here is to make the first move. So in Philly Girl's case, you would leave a single emoji next to her name in the chat to let her know that you want to connect with her. Then head to her channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. She's got a lot of great videos here because she's got some 5-minute ones, which aren't too long, perfect for connecting with. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. If your comments get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters, you run the risk of YouTube deleting that connection the next day. I don't want you to meet 10 or 20 new friends and family members here today and lose half of them tomorrow. And that's one of the biggest reasons why that happens. When you're done, give the creator a thumbs up, of course, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched, so that they can find your comment easily and quickly, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And finding happiness in all you do is, I forget if you said you were driving or you were on a phone or what it was. The other thing too is because there's all this purging and glitching and things that are going on with YouTube right now, we do have to have a little bit of patience with everybody. So if somebody says they connected to you and you don't see it right away, we'll give them like 5 minutes or something like that. If it's longer than 5 minutes, then that's another issue. But we have seen a little bit of delay in comments coming through the last couple of days or weeks. So just keep that in mind as well. And D Turner Gaming, wow, okay, here we go, 900. You are officially on the road to 1K. I probably knew that already, but still, it's exciting always to see, right? And that's okay, finding happiness in all you do. I'm sure everybody is. I'm happy that you're here. I appreciate every moment everybody spends in TuberChat. But D Turner Gaming here, you're officially on the road to 1K. So hopefully everybody's pushing D Turner Gaming a little bit farther. With almost 940 subscribers, you're well on your way, and it's like literally just around the corner. So I can't imagine we can get you there today in one live stream. However, hopefully by the time I'm back on Friday, we'll see that you've already got it. And then Angel Light Over Darkness 33, the numbers keep going up and down. There's a purge and a glitch. There was a major purge 2 weeks ago on YouTube where they dumped a lot of subscribers. So for instance, TuberChat itself lost whatever it gained that day plus 15. And my personal channel lost whatever it gained that day plus 10. And then ever since then, there have been dips almost every single day in subscribers, and TuberChat generally gets between 40 and 50 subscribers organically per week now, because when we live stream, all the newcomers, a lot of newcomers will grab TuberChat if they haven't already done it before, and we haven't seen that at all. The numbers have been 1 or 2 or 0, or we've lost. So it's an ongoing thing. This has been happening for 2 weeks now, and there really, unfortunately, is no answer. But we will, we're just hoping that if we keep going on, we'll be okay. Conversations with D, good to see you here. Forgive me for not being sure if this is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the chat, and you're free to connect with anybody that you'd like to. If you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and take your time to meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Unmasked Lifestyle is just asking how to highlight the name for attention. So you see how you just typed at host? That doesn't actually work. If you type it would be at tuberchat. But the other problem is I don't actually watch with the tuberchat account. This is what I mean about learning something new from like creators of all sizes every single day. Something I hadn't considered in all this time is if you're trying to mention tuberchat to get my attention in particular, I may not see it because I don't watch this window. I watch a window with my personal account. Maybe I should be switching that. But then if you put, you almost have it though. If you put the @ symbol, so like for instance, I'll write one to you. Now you'll see that your name will come up in orange because I just mentioned you with my Kevin K account. But you've given me something to think about. Maybe I have to switch and use my other one. So let me spin. We'll get another channel up here, and then we'll continue on. Eve Belize happens to be another member, and so that channel is added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. Well over 1,000 subscribers, and I see it's still moving. So you're got it nice and locked in. And then this creator is also willing to swap playlists. So yes, for anyone on Unmasked Lifestyle. The only thing is you have to mention, you have to use the @ symbol and spell their name perfectly. So it's troublesome if you're on a phone. It's a little bit harder to do than on a computer. And then Oi Issei, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. This is your first time with tuberchat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the chat, and you're free to meet anybody that you'd like. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Hopefully everybody's doing good. And then Jaden Sue, yeah, it doesn't work on your phone. Yeah, it doesn't work the same way as the computer. It still works, but you must type the person's name perfectly. So like, for instance, Jaden just typed my name as @KevinK, and it didn't work. But if you did it the way that Pine Mouse just did, where they typed, the @ symbol and came up with the full name with proper capitals and spelling, then it comes up. And Pine Mouse, I'm the only one in the chat that's allowed to say it, but I'll make sure that I connect with you afterwards, obviously, because I'm still Oh, yeah, Philly girl. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of all this glitching is something else. I'm going to have a look and see if you got wiped from me as well. I'm going to do something in another account here. Like I said, I keep an account logged in on my personal channel to monitor the chat, but I'm just going to have a quick look, and we're going to see if there's another glitch happening here. Philly girl, first of all, is a previously featured channel from tuberchat, but see, not subscribed, so shouldn't have done that right now. I should have watched a video and all that stuff like we always do, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this latest video, give you a thumbs up right away. I'm just going to leave this running in another window. I'll let it run out. Hopefully that comment makes sense, because now I'm doing a I'm working too fast, but that's okay. Ghostly Wins is messing around with emulator stuff lately. Yeah, you're talking video games, I'm assuming. No, because it's not. Oh, so Jaden, it's not at tuberchat, and I won't see it anyway because I'm not using that. But if you want, I'll show you what happens. I'll show everybody what happens here. For those of you who don't know, like, so I'm using 2 accounts now, right? So from Kevin K, I'm going to type. Let me bring this up so I can show you. From my other window that I've got on the side here, let me put it over the wheel, and I'll get rid of it in a second. So I'm going to type at TU, and because I'm on a computer, tuberchat comes right up because I'm in the chat, right? Now I'm just going to say, and then I'm going to press enter. Now, when the message comes up, you see how my name is orange? Because it was spelled perfectly. So that's really got to be a handful when you're doing it on a phone, unfortunately, because tuberchat's name is so long. But that's how that works. Now, if you're watching the chat, you can see that. And then if I type a message and I say, to Jaden, now my name comes up yellow because I'm the host and I type that. So what it does is it allows you to go through your chat when you're live streaming and be able to pick out stuff that's meant for you. Because a lot of times in live streams, people are having conversations among themselves. Not every single thing everybody says is for the host. So it can really bog down your time when you're trying to watch everything everybody's saying. And then especially in chats that are moving faster, it can really help when people mention, because you can catch your messages and not let them slip by. Here's Kira Welton. This is Kristen Welton's daughter and my BFF forever. She happens to be in the chat as a moderator, but she has her own channel. She's doing her own thing, and she's got a lot of dynamic content, including some unboxing videos, some flight lessons, and some video gaming live streams and videos. So I hope everybody will connect with Kira Welton if you haven't already. She's got well over 300 subscribers, hopefully pushing a little bit farther towards the 400 that must be on her mind. And then as well, she does swap playlists. Kristen will facilitate that for her. And then feature channels collaboration she does as well. Coach Sherry says, yes, with the purge, you write your numbers down every morning. Glance during the day, write the final number down to see the flow. Oh, it definitely let you know the grind never stops. That makes sense. Because yeah, it's I don't do that. Kristen probably does more along the lines of what you're talking about, keeping better track. For me, I just have in my mind it doesn't matter. I don't have a choice but to keep going anyway. I decided not to quit before I started, so I just know that the grind keeps going. There's lots of different ways to think of it, but if you wanted to wonder, or if you're wondering what is going on with this glitch that YouTube seems to have had happening and these purges and everything else, that is a good way to really monitor how it's affecting you personally, because we can all look at our individual analytics, but it doesn't. Let's say on a day that YouTube shows you in the analytics that you've gone down 2 subscribers. That's not necessarily true. It means you're down 2 plus whatever you gained that day. So if you got 1, 2, or 3 subscribers and you're down 2, then it means you lost 5 that day, essentially. And it's really frustrating. It's very upsetting to everybody. I understand that. So, but you can monitor if you want to understand how it's affecting you. Another really intense way of doing it is to write down every single person that you're connecting with every day, and then going back 2 days later or the next day to see if you're still connected. Because right now, it's not anybody's fault that this is going on. More than ever, it's important that we're all following the procedure, leaving meaningful, long comments when we're watching people's videos, making sure you're watching a full video. It's not enough to watch a minute of any video. You must watch a full video. The only reason I say a minute is because it should be at least a minute long. So you're looking for something 2, 3, 4 minutes. The longer, the better, really. And then the thumbs up, of course, we should always be doing for each other. I believe that helps lock it in. And, you know, other than that, we're all on our own to monitor and see what's happening. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. Very cool. Okay, let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. Jenny O'Brien. I was hanging out with her on a live stream last night. This happens to be a silver member. And so, again, her channel gets added to the live stream, added to the wheel at the beginning of the live stream every time we start, whether she's here or not. But she is a dynamic creator. She also is, she's got almost 2,000 subscribers. We're trying to push so she can hit that 2,000. That's got to be on her mind. And then she happens to be a fellow Canadian as well. Myself and Kristen Welton and Kira Welton, we all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Black Brand Friday. Did I miss something? I just wonder, I caught your message there asking what, I wonder if if there was something I was saying and you needed clarified or if you're talking to somebody else. Let me see what I can do about adding another couple of names. And thank you, PA, for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. Black Brand Friday. Who are you? I'm curious who you're mentioning. I don't see anybody talking to you. Oh, no. Okay. So Unmasked Lifestyle. So forgive me. Let me, Unmasked Lifestyle and Black Brand Friday. Here's the problem. On top of everything else that I've been complaining about with YouTube with these purges and glitches, there's also sometimes a delay. So sometimes in the last couple of weeks, when you connect to another creator and you go to their channel, watch a video and leave a comment, it's a couple of minutes, sometimes even as long as 5 minutes before that comment shows up. So we must have patience with each other, unfortunately, more so than usual, because it's possible that YouTube is doing this. It's not necessarily the creator's fault. I called out a creator in the chat the other day, unfortunately, because people were accusing them of not connecting, and it turns out that they're fine. It's just that it was a delay in the algorithms. So again, just please have patience with each other, because it could be YouTube doing it. Yeah, it makes sense. So Unmasked Lifestyle and Black Brand Friday. Hopefully both of you will connect to each other. And after, this kind of interaction, you'll actually end up closer as creators afterwards. But TuberChat's still going to be on for well over another hour. So if you want, both of you go to each other's channels, connect, hold on for another 10 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes if you want, and see what happens before the end of the live stream or before you have to go, and see if those connections have come through. Because I believe that both of the channels that we're talking about are legitimate in connecting. Now, of course, that's just an opinion, but I'm just saying. So if you guys can, just have patience with each other, because it might be YouTube doing it. We see they're taking views, they're taking watch hours, they're delaying our comments, they're just doing everything they can to interfere with what we're doing. But we do have to be a little bit patient for that reason. And then hopefully, otherwise, everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Let me get another channel up on the screen. The other thing, oh, here's another thing too. Yes, as well. One of the things that can really help, Kristen's pointing it out right now, is if your subscriptions are public, then what happens is, for instance, I'm going to show you on TuberChat. When your subscriptions are public, the default when you set up your channel might be private. So you might have to set this, right? But when you go to channels and then you go to subscriptions, what this allows is if you tell somebody that you've been to their channel and subscribed to them, they can go into your subscriptions here, see themselves, and know that you're telling the truth, even if the comment hasn't come through yet. So I always leave mine public. I recommend to everybody, especially doing what we're doing, to leave them public because it really can help. So it's an idea. The Wheel of Mortality. Ghostly wins, yes. And thank you, House of X Entertainment Inc., for welcoming everybody. And then, okay, let's get back into this. We were going to get a, did I spin and House of X Entertainment came up? I lost my train of thought there because I was doing two things at once. So this is House of Entertainment Inc., House of X Entertainment Inc. This is It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and Yo, It's Your Boy Leo together. This is their business channel, and they're now on their way towards their first 100 subscribers. So I hope everybody will subscribe to this channel. They have both been loyal and dedicated supporters. As a matter of fact, pardon me, It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey may have been the very first channel to ever come into episode number 1 of tuberchat's live streams. He's been here since the beginning and therefore is a moderator here on tuberchat and has been a great friend as well as a loyal and dedicated supporter, as well as being a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community, as well as here at tuberchat. Kristen will, Jade and Sue, Kristen will likely do something soon. She'll have to decide what she wants to do with her own channel when it comes to that. So I don't know if she has a plan just yet, but she will definitely do something to celebrate the fact that she's monetized. And then I should start adding some more names to the wheel. Let me just... The other thing, too, if there's ever anything anybody thinks I need to address in the chat, you can reach out to me on Instagram at tuberchat, all one word, and I try to be attentive to it. And I can address whatever we're looking at in the chat. A lot of times, some things that don't look right are just misunderstandings. And I hate when I end up having to remove somebody, like if they, if we get a newcomer that comes in and just wants to do sub for sub and doesn't really want to do things the way we're doing, that's fine. I like to give people chances, and especially I like to try to entice people towards our way of thinking. Because the truth is, I believe wholeheartedly that this is the best thing for somebody's channel, if they're here in the first place, right? Is to be trying to get good friends that will eventually come and support your channel. That's what gives it a really strong, solid foundation, so that every video you put out gets its first 100 views, lots of comments, lots of likes, and your ratios are really high. That can really make your channel move. But like I said, with regards to anything you think I need to address in the chat, then you can reach out to me on Instagram. Again, all one word, tuberchat, and I will try to stay on top of it in case something is ever up. Okay, is Unmasked Lifestyle still here? Maybe not. Just try. Okay, I'm just checking for Unmasked Lifestyle because I'm going to put you on the wheel now. Angel Light Over Darkness 33. Social Couplepreneur. Black Brand Friday. And then I'll add a few more afterwards. Let me spin. We'll get another channel up. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. We are going to look at Chase and Chris now. Like I said, I was hanging out with Chase and Chris, who happens to be a member, about an hour before setting up for tuberchat today. Or an hour before start time, right before setting up. I've been lucky to hang out with them on a couple of live streams already, or a few. And they're a dynamic creator, got their 1,000 subscribers nice and locked in, which is great. Hopefully we're pushing them a little bit farther now so that they can get closer to the 2,000 that must be on their mind. Okay, Unmasked Lifestyles here, good. I got you on the wheel now, ready to go. And let's just see what else you got going on here. Oh, how did this happen? Look at this. You've got the live stream I was hanging out in here, but you've got another one that is like, it's like the dates are off or something like that, because your newest one should be the latest. That's funny. I maybe this is another part of the glitching that's going on with YouTube. It amazes me all the time. And forgive me, I don't know why the YouTube people won't just call their friends at Instagram and Twitter and ask them how to fix it, because I've never seen this much disarray in a social network. I'm not going to pull Chase and Chris off right yet. I did spin the wheel already, so we're going to look at Unmasked Lifestyle next. Oh, did I put you on? I put you on twice. That's funny. I didn't realize that I did that. And I'll pull up your channel in just a second here. I'm going to see if I can add any more names to the wheel right now. In the ads. Addressed this recently, but you were in the ads and came in at the end, StreamYard Lives. So they count in watch hours or no? I'm sorry, Philly girl. Oh, do they? Do they count in watch hours or no? I know you. You were in the ads. Is it possible I'm not reading your question right? What I'm reading says I was in the ads and came in at the end. StreamYard Lives. So do they count in watch hours or no? There's something I'm missing. Sorry, Philly girl. If you don't mind just asking again, and I'll hopefully I'll catch what you're asking. Venom for Life, good to see you here. Oh, Venom for Life, I'm so happy you're here. I would have probably tried to reach out to you on another social network or something like that. I was just curious if you have, I was looking for the Dude Rocks after, so I understand that the channel may not be there, but not on Instagram either. I just wonder if you have one of the social networks. I forget whether we're already connected on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff. But if you happen to know, I was just curious more than anything. iMad007. I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right for you, but welcome to tuberchat. This is your first time here, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And then, so I'll look at Unmasked Lifestyle in a second, who's on the road to 900 here. So you're reading it right. It was in one of my live streams and the ads were running. When they stopped, you were finished up talking about live streams and whether they count in what? Oh, I see. Okay, whether live streams count in watch hours or not. So here's the thing. Probably everything counts for watch hours. So when I don't know if you're meaning for specifically when I talk about running playlists, swapping playlists with people, I always recommend, and my friends who talk about the same things on YouTube recommend always making a playlist that does not include live streams. And the reason why is because the thought is, excuse me, a human being could very easily sit and binge watch all of your videos the way we might sit and watch a television series on Netflix all in a row or something like that. But it's not as reasonable to think that a human being would sit and watch 4 days of live stream replays one after the other, because it's a different kind of content. We're not saying it's right. We're just saying it's possible, right? So if that's what you mean, from what I've seen so far, when I've run playlists for creators that do have live streams in them, my assumption is that it has counted. The other thing is tuberchat only has live streams. So for all of the playlist swapping that I had to do with tuberchat to get the hours pumped up, it worked. So that's a thought. And then as well, when it comes to live streaming itself, you'll always get some kind of watch hours for your live streams, and you just get more so when, depending on how many people are in the live stream. So tuberchat, a while back when we had an average of about 60 to 70 creators coming through each live stream, not all at once, but during the 2-hour period, we would have about 50 to 70 watch hours per live stream, with an average view time of somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes per person. Now that takes into account, of course, sometimes people come in and leave right away, and there's some people who stay for an hour and a half, but the averages, right? So live streams, if you're running them and if you're getting people to run your live streams and you're wondering if it counts, it seems to, but I always want to recommend videos over live streams when it comes to playlists. And I'm always going to recommend people make a playlist with all their videos, not including live streams. But if you're talking about live streaming itself, then it must count in at least some way, because at least, if nothing else, even if nobody showed up to your live stream, you're active in the live stream, even though you're on the other side of the screen. I believe that if you did a 4-hour live stream, you would get 4 hours of watch time as a minimum. But I'm not even saying I'm right, because I haven't ever checked that, and I haven't ever tried like silent live streams or any of that stuff. So I hope I've answered your question. If not, then if you don't mind, just let me clarify, because I love this stuff. Yeah, it's interesting, Venom for Life. I saw that actually yesterday when I was looking for the Dude Rocks. I saw, yeah, it's unfortunate when people get trolled. Okay, Philly girl. Hopefully that was kind of what you were looking for. And Venom for Life, I see your messages, of course. Let me look on the other screen. Yeah. Yeah, you're good to go, Venom for Life. You were in my, I think that I have you in the approved users list, because it wasn't, your messages are getting held for review in the chat constantly. The sad part is, for people who are like shadow banned of no fault of anybody, where your messages can't be seen at all, sometimes you're never going to know. If a brand new person comes to your live stream and they're shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm for no reason, if they don't reach out to you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or try to get to a moderator outside or something like that, you may never know. So that's another thing where we could be losing people all the time. They just figure everybody's ignoring them. Now, luckily, when you know enough people, like in a community like what we're talking about here, hopefully when you're visiting live streams, most often you'll know at least one other person in that live stream. So you can specifically ask somebody you know, hey, do you see me? Just like Venom for Life just asked right now. And if you don't get a response, you know you're shadow banned. Even tuberchat's been shadow banned on a couple of channels. And as soon as somebody ignores, or like nobody reacts, if I go into a live stream, then I figure that something must be up. I could be wrong, but you never know. And then I'll just go in with another account and it's almost impossible to have two of your own accounts shadow banned on the same channel. But that's something else. And Gracie Sweets at Home is back. Thank you, PA, very much for the kind words. And for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Coach Sherry only goes live once a week, but do notice a significant difference in hours with just a few in the live. Yeah, for sure. And then Jaden Sue, watch hours are always the best way to get a watch hours is just organically, right? So you post videos and work on your channel. People watch the videos and you get watch time all that time. But you can pump it up by live streams. Seem to easily get watch hours over videos just because you have interaction while the live stream's going on in most cases. And then we can swap playlists and things like that. That helps push a little bit. So this is Unmasked Lifestyle. And again, they're willing to swap playlists. They're on the road to 900. And they do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. Unmasked Lifestyle. Yeah, it happens to everybody. It's happening to everybody, including TuberChat, including my personal channel, Kristen, everybody, almost everybody in the chat, maybe everybody in the chat has lost numbers lately from the last 2 weeks. YouTube did a major purge and then as well has been doing a lot of glitching. So most people are losing as much as they're gaining every day or close to it. But TuberChat seems to have gone up in the last couple of days. Not much, but a little bit. PA. Let me, you know what I'm going to do? So, yeah, the other thing to think about with live streams as well, right? So some people like videos, some people like live streams, but only some of those people like both, not everybody. So with your YouTube channel, you have to make the right decisions, whether live streaming is something you want to do or videos are something you want to do, or if you want to do a combination of both, because basically every channel has two audiences. For that reason, there are some people who don't like watching videos. They only like live streams. There are some people who don't like live streams. Before I started live streaming, like I run other channels for other people as well. But when I started on YouTube, I only wanted to watch videos. I did not like live streams at all. I just didn't like it. And I can't explain why. But once it became something that I needed to do, and I needed, you know, the channels that I run needed to do the same thing, it was the right decision for them. Then I started doing a lot more live streaming. And now I'm hanging out in live streams almost every single day, especially because of TuberChat, because I'm out there supporting people. But I like it now. So I like both. But now I've leaned towards live streams. But you got to keep that in mind with your channel. I never want anybody to do anything that they don't think is the right decision. And it's up to you, not me, to decide what the right decision is for your channel. But you can look at it that way. Every channel has the potential of two audiences. And especially when it comes to things like income as well. Because now we've got things like super chats and memberships and other things available to us. And the different crowds, the different... there's a different dynamic to each, to live streams and to videos. So forgive me, I don't like to get caught up too far behind in the chat. And then, yeah, Msk Family Vlogs is losing as much as they're gaining. I'm going to show my analytics in a second. You can see what's happening. I'll show you both, TuberChat and my personal channel. Thank you, JCC Tube. And then Social Couplepreneur, my pleasure to have your channel up here. They are another well-respected member of the community on the road to 800, and they've got a lot of dynamic content here. As you can see, they're doing a great job with their thumbnails, first of all. But hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. So before I spin the wheel again, let's just look very quickly at some analytics. And I'll show you what's been happening with tuberchat and my personal channel with subscribers over the last 2 weeks, so that you can see it's not just you, it's everybody. It's affecting each person differently, but see, the numbers for the first time today seem to really be going up again, almost where they should be, almost. So here's the subscribers, right? And you look 2 weeks ago, exactly on Monday, September the 14th, there was a major dip. Now, when you look at this, minus 15, we didn't lose 15 subscribers that day. We lost much more because, as you can see, tuberchat gets subscribers every single day. Whether we're live streaming or not, we still might get 2 or 3 or 4, right? So we lost almost 20 subscribers that day. Now the next day we're up 6, which makes no sense. The next day 0. It's hard to believe that tuberchat wouldn't get 1 subscriber in a day. And it's not that I mean to be egotistical. That's like, we're looking at the analytics. You see what I'm talking about. We get that much, but it's possible, right? Next day 1. Okay, not on Friday when we're live streaming. Is it possible for tuberchat only to get 1 subscriber? Because in every live stream, we have new people coming through that subscribe. You can see the averages when we're live streaming. Somewhere between 5, 10, even 15. Somewhere in between there every time we live stream, right? Here we go. All of a sudden on Sunday we get some, and now we're back to losing every day. Not just losing 2, not just losing 3, losing that much plus whatever we gain that day. And then for the last couple of days, it's been slowly moving up again. So we'll see what happens. And just for good measure, I'm just going to switch over to my personal account. And sorry, I know I'm behind in the chat again. Hopefully I'm not missing too much. T Gaines, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with tuberchat, so forgive me if hopefully you're feeling welcome. I'm just in the middle of a little tutorial here. I'm clicking the wrong thing here. But hopefully you can meet as many creators as you want to in the chat. Everybody's willing to connect. If you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and take your time and meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Here we go. Monday, September 14th, lost. Tuesday, lost more. And again, we're not just losing this much. We're losing that plus whatever we gain that day. My personal channel only gets like 1 or 2 subscribers per day if I'm not putting out videos or live streaming or whatever, right? You can see the numbers aren't high. But for the last couple of days, again, there's been a bit. It's hard to believe I wouldn't get anything on the days that tuberchat, live streams, because usually I do. But anyway, I just wanted to show you these couple of things so you can see it's not just you, it's all of us. Philly girl. If there are multiple creators on one stream, 3 creators at the same time, go to each channel for 15 at a time, rotate, end up back at the first channel. Is that bad? I can't imagine it's bad. If you're staying in live streams, I can't be 100% sure about this without some serious testing. But it seems to me over all this time, when I've tried to figure this out, YouTube seems to be giving 1 view for every 5 minutes on a live stream. So if you imagine, if only 1 person is watching your live stream, but they stay for an hour, you'll get 12 views. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's the way it seems to me from what I've seen so far, and I have been trying to figure this out. So if you stay for 15 minutes, which we all recommend, at least you're giving the creator a couple of views and you're giving them some significant watch time, right? 15 minutes is enough to say, yeah, you were actually there. But I can't imagine that switching is bad. I literally time myself for minimum 16 minutes every time I come into a live stream. And you all know that. For those of you who live stream and have had me there, you know that I stay for almost exactly 16 minutes. Never will I leave before. And sometimes I stay a little bit longer if I can. But the reason why is because I want to hit as many live streams in a day as I can to support different creators, right? Spread the love around. But I think it should be okay. And then hopefully, T Gaines, you caught me right in the middle of a speech. But hopefully, like I said, you're feeling welcome and meeting new creators. Like I said, if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And Shen Zen Zen Jamaican Vibes is in the house. It's always good to see her. 49 cent range Hamilton, good to see you here. forgive me because I can't remember if you might have been here once before at tuberchat, but if this is your first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. So let me spin, and we'll get a channel up here. In tuberchat, for those of you who are a little bit newer, we say a lot of silly things because it's not a sub for sub network, and we typically don't say the words subscribe or subscribed or any of that stuff in the chat. So we'll say we're leaving you a package or visiting your house or baking you cookies or something else. Now look at this. Here's a glitch. Now you know this is. For those of you who've been seeing Black Brand Friday has been with us, first of all, a few times now. Secondly, I just connected with them. I just went through my watch later list, like most of you see me talk about all the time. I watched the video. I commented. I wonder if I can remember. Oh, you know why? Never mind. Now I'm going to blame YouTube when it's not their fault this time. I'm logged into the wrong account. When I come back to tuberchat, yes, we are connected. There we go. Now your bell is on. There's the video that I watched. So I almost blamed YouTube for my own mistake there, but that's okay. And then pardon me just for one quick second here. Okay, forgive me for that, but thank you. And so Black Brand Friday, it's my pleasure to have your channel up again. I appreciate every moment that you spend. As we grow and follow more and more creators, all of us, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. You know, even I felt bad yesterday because I ran into a creator in another live stream, and they said there was somebody else's live stream, and they said to me, "You don't come to my live streams anymore." And I'm like, well, it's not that. You know, it's hard to follow everybody as much as we all would wish, but you know, you keep an eye out and hopefully you support enough creators all the time. If we're all supporting as many other people as we all can, everybody's going to be just fine and everybody's going to grow. But tuberchat, particularly when you look over here at our subscriptions on the left side of the screen at the very bottom, it says show 987 more, as well as who's already live and this and that. But the truth is, tuberchat is probably subscribed to well over 1,000. I'm thinking 2,000 channels, actually. I subscribe to much more than are subscribed back. And then the same goes for my personal channel. I'm subscribed to well over 1,000 channels. You can't watch enough videos in a day, week, or even month to make up for everybody that you follow when things start to get that size. And what do you think it's going to be like when we get 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 as well, right? But if everybody's supporting everybody as much as they all can, then we'll be doing just fine. And again, Black Brand Friday. It's my pleasure to have your channel up again. Hopefully everybody's connecting with this channel if you haven't already. And then 49-cent Range Hamilton. Hopefully everybody's doing well, including yourself. Hopefully you're doing well also. I always am. So, Coach Sherry, let's have a look at what you got going on for us. For some reason, I can't remember whether we've had your channel up on the screen before. Because, see, I can't remember whether we've actually had your channel up on the screen here or you and I connected outside, because we've actually been connected for a long time. Coach Sherry is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community, but you know, I see her in a lot of other people's live streams. Black Brand Friday, thank you. Hakeem Akami, thank you for coming back in. You say you were from Trinidad. Is that what the, I think the comment that you left said you're from Trinidad. So thank you and welcome again. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, but Coach Sherry, hopefully you'll connect with as well if you haven't already. I'm just going to take a look at my list and see if I can add some more names to this wheel because we're getting thin here. Did we look at Philly Girl, or no? Did I already put Philly Girl's channel up on the screen? I'm just curious. I feel like I must have. Moya Random Vlogs, let's get you on the wheel. Finding Happiness in All You Do, we had. Norman B. Is Norman B still in the house? Yep. I don't think we looked at your channel today. Ghostly Wins, if you're still here. And is Muscle Car Appraisal still in the house? Muscle Car Appraisal usually doesn't hang out that long. Maybe not. Okay, I'll leave it there, and then I'll add one more. I'll add Love JD. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up, and then we'll see what's happening after that. I should remind everybody, so in about a half an hour from now, I'm going to we'll wrap up TuberChat's live stream, but then I will be interviewed by Mr. Johnny25 on his channel, and we're going to talk more YouTube, but probably much more conversation than we're having here. And then we'll do questions and answers with the chat also. So Finding Happiness in All You Do, it's finally your turn to be up on the screen. I wonder if you're still here. Oh, Just Vlogging Life. We had, I don't know if you were here when we had your channel on the screen, but we had it up earlier, of course, because we have it every day. Just Vlogging Life is a gold member, so their channel, first of all, gets added into the wheel at the beginning of every live stream every day anyway, but as well gets their link dropped every 30 minutes by Nightbot. I'm just looking at something in another window here while we're looking at Finding Happiness in All You Do. Their playlist is very short, but I did just swap with them, and so they're willing to do that, and it's great to get a head start on that because it's going to make things easier after. And then 49 Cent Range Hamilton is just chilling, which is cool. Inday Mars, thank you for coming in. I think you've been here before, and forgive me if I'm wrong if you've actually made it to a TuberChat live stream before, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The object here at TuberChat is to make the first move, but if you meet people one by one and take your time and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And then my pleasure, Just Vlogging Life. I appreciate your support greatly. So Finding Happiness in All You Do has, oh, let me see if they're actually even here. Oh, Shenzhen Zen, I'm surprised you're not here with the new channel. Not that it matters, that's up to you, but Finding Happiness in All You Do might be gone. So I'll tell you what, let me know if you're still here, but if not, like I said, this is a channel that's willing to swap playlists, even though their playlist is very short. But hopefully we're pushing them a little bit farther so they can get closer to their first 100 subscribers that we all know is so important. Let's get Moya Random Vlogs up here, and I'll have to check if they're still here as well, because once we've been on for over 2 hours, it's, you know, not everybody can just stay the whole time, and I understand that. So I appreciate every moment everybody spends here at TuberChat. I'm just going to get their bell on, no, because they've been here. 964 subscribers. They're on the road to 1K, and hopefully we're going to get them. Philly girl, you feel like the odds get longer every time you come back. That's funny. So one of the things that I like to talk about lately, now that TuberChat is monetized, hopefully everybody watches the ads on the way in. Please never skip, because obviously it helps this channel, but we're all going to expect that for everybody. We all want to be monetized, I'm sure, and we all want everybody to watch our ads. Now, if you come to TuberChat and you catch an ad that's 45 minutes long or something something, I don't expect you to sit through that, because I want you to be here growing your channel. But if it's only going to be a few minutes, something that you can tolerate, then by all means, I'll appreciate if you can watch those ads, because it really helps me if you will grow your channel, meet lots of friends and family members and this and that. The reason why is because for hopefully all of us, we're going to eventually have 10,000 subscribers each. And what will happen is, on your way up, as you become more and more successful with your YouTube channel, people are going to ask you how you did it. And when they do, I'm hoping that tuberchat will be something that you mention as a channel that they have to connect to. And then tuberchat will continue to grow, because even after everybody has their 10,000 subscribers and keeps moving on, tuberchat will still be here. This channel is dedicated to anybody with less than 10,000 subscribers. When you're going from 10,000 to 100,000, there are other fish to fry. There's other things that can be done. And if it's necessary, if everybody wants it when it's time, then I'll start another channel to deal with that. But for now, that's the story behind tuberchat, why I appreciate when everybody's here so much, and why it truly is my goal to help everybody in any way that I can to grow. Kareen's Life, good to see you back. Thanks for coming in. And so let's, maybe I'll start just moving a little bit faster here. I don't think, oh, Moya Random Vlogs is still here. Okay, I'll chill for a second. Let me see if I can add another 2 names to the wheel before I spin again. I'm just having a look over here. My Simple Home, good to see you here. Hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully you are as well. Pardon me, my got something in my eye there maybe. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect here, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And hopefully Ghostly Wins is doing all right as well, meeting new friends and family members. Oh, I'm just looking if there's any more channels I can add to the wheel here. Is Love JD still here? Yeah, you are. Love JD. Oh, I did put you on the wheel. Dimitri Jones, unfortunately, is not still here. They were hoping to be on the wheel today. Okay, I'll have to hang on. Let me spin. Oh, Shen Zen Zen. So I'll show you something. So I just sent you a message from Kevin K. I'm going to show everybody what I'm doing. So I just sent you a message from my personal account, and now I'm going to put the @ symbol, and I'm going to type SH because I'm on a computer. Harder to do with the phone because you have to spell this out yourself perfectly. And now I'm going to send you a message with the @ symbol. So because I use the @ symbol, now you see your name in orange, but the first message that I sent where I just said Shen Zen Zen and it wasn't spelled properly, you don't see that in orange. That's why that happens. What the reason why is so that if you're in a chat that's very busy, you don't miss the messages that are meant for you. Pardon me. Okay. Okay, Ghostly Wins. Let's have a look at what you got going on here. As the host of a live stream, if you send a message in the chat, your name comes up yellow so that you can see your own messages easily as well if you want to go back and reference something that you might have asked somebody. Yeah, and Love JD. I just wanted to make sure I knew it was your time. I couldn't remember I'd already put you on the wheel. I'd rather make the mistake of doing it twice. And sometimes you see me do that too. But I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it at all, right? So Ghostly Winds has got a lot of gaming activity here. Sega Saturn stuff, eh? Wow. You know, I never got yet, I probably will, but I never got yet the Sega Mini Classic console, but I do have the Nintendos and the PlayStation. I don't do enough video game videos. I've done a couple. Sofa King, mainly gaming. Welcome to tuberchat. I think this is your first time here, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Is Lift to Eat still here? Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. It was long past your turn to be on the wheel. And for some reason, I thought you were not still here. For those of you who are newer to tuberchat, or if this is your first time, the way that the wheel works is that once you're here for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and it's not, I don't keep a timer. It's not based only on how long you're here. This robot, Bottissimo, which is like Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements, keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. And then that's how I determine the order on which people get onto the wheel. So when you're on the wheel and I spin, the wheel is random, of course. But when your name comes up, then we look at your channel for a few minutes as long as you're still here. Harold's Random Videos, good to see you here. I think you've been here before. My day's good. Hopefully your day is as well. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. If this is your first time with tuberchat, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The object here at tuberchat is to go first. You make the first move. A lot of people who've been with us for a while won't check you out until they see that you've gone to them first. But if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. So Angel Light Over Darkness 33. I think I have all those commands blocked because it's not, I don't make that stuff like part of the chat. I know it's possible to look at that, but I think I have them all turned off. I mean to anyway. But I've got the list right here. Let's see where Angel Light Over Darkness is anyway. You've already been up. Yeah, you're way at the top here. You've been here for a long, long time today. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Harold's Random Videos. It might have just been a little while, but I'm glad that you're back then. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members if that's what you'd like today. And then, all right, let me spin. We'll get another channel up here. So this is, Ghostly Winds is just saying these are mostly emulators, but still. Love Sega. Love JD. Let's get you up and see what's happening here. I love, oh, I'm going to have to search by channel. And this is it, right? Let me make sure I'm matching that avatar right away. I should just take a moment to remind everybody, while we're doing what we're doing here, we all have to have a little bit of patience with everybody, just because there's so much purging and glitching and everything else going on with YouTube in the last 2 weeks. And it's affecting even delays sometimes in people leaving comments. We've had instances yesterday where somebody left a comment and it didn't show up for like 5 minutes, but it did eventually show up. So we'll give people the benefit of the doubt and have patience. And hopefully everybody's on the same page here. We're a community of loyal and dedicated supporters. For those of you who are new to tuberchat, and everybody here is expecting to connect with everybody else for the purpose of long-term support, not just in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years. And then Harold's Random Videos. It's been a little bit busy, but either way, it's great to have you back. I appreciate every moment everybody spends here in tuberchat. I appreciate you coming back. Oh, all right. As a matter of fact, action in the chat from Harold's Random Videos here. So thank you for that. So in the case of you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. But in the case of super chats and memberships, we're just going to let them skip the wheel, skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen right away. So for that, I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. You don't have to wait. Love JD is a new connection for TuberChat. So let me just have a look through your videos here because I'm going to take the longest one. Take this 520 and I'll add this into my watch later list. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is when I have a chance after the live stream today in the next few days, I'll go through my watch later list and I will watch your video in full. I'll give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this video, and then I'll give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe. And then that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully everybody is, hopefully you have our bell on and are subscribed to TuberChat as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world on other channels. And then Taylor Rochester is doing a collaboration today on another person's channel. So excited, as you should be. That's great. That's a great way that you can really start to grow your audiences. It's the reason why Lady Gaga and Elton John will sing a song together and do a collaboration, because not all of Elton John's fans are going to be Lady Gaga fans, and not all of her fans are going to like Elton John. But more of them will now be fans of each other because of the collaboration that they did. And the same thing can happen for you. For instance, in about 20 minutes from now, we're going to wrap up TuberChat's live stream. And I'm going to go right to the last minute if I can. But at 20 minutes from now, I'm going to be interviewed by Mr. Johnny25 on his channel about YouTube. So we're going to do a lot more YouTube talk. And it'll probably turn into more of a conversation than an interview. But we're going to do questions and answers with the chat and stuff like that. So we'll keep going here for another 20 minutes. And then I will drop a link and we can all raid that live stream. And then we'll get over there and keep connecting while we do our interview. But collaborations are a great thing. And we'll see an example of that today. Love JD. Pleasure to have your channel up. So like I said, though, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I've added your video into my watch later list and I will watch it afterwards. I'll give you a comment. I will give you a thumbs up and I'll subscribe. And then we'll make sure that that connection sticks. Here we go. Yeah, Big Guys 45s. The purge is still creeping up on us. So TuberChat got a little bit better in the last couple of days. The numbers seem to be going up, but not by very much, not where it should be. So hopefully things are lightening up a little bit. There you go. Coach Sherry does interviews on her channel, but she calls them conversations. And it's great when an interview can turn into that, right? It depends on the dynamic of the relationship between the creators. Mr. Johnny25 and I have actually just met. However, I'd like to think we probably have both known about each other for a while because he does live streams similar to what we do here in TuberChat. People are able to connect and he shares his knowledge with all things YouTube. So it'll be easy to get a conversation going there. And then Mike the Creator, over 2 hours. Yeah, thank you. So TuberChat, when it started, was only running an hour to an hour and a half many months ago, right? But now we're on episode 83. And it seems that 2.5 hours is probably the sweet spot. We've done one that was 4 hours and a couple that were 3 hours. I usually end up cutting it off, even though there's still potential for a little bit longer to go. But it's now come to a point where about 2.5 hours, sometimes even closer to 3, seems to be the norm because TuberChat keeps growing like everything else, right? And I'm very grateful for everything everybody's doing to make that happen, and especially for the time everybody's spending. But thank you, Mike the Creator, by the way. Oh, you got big guys 45s. You got you went vinyl shopping yesterday, got 8 singles. Was it all Record Store Day stuff or something else? Let me pardon me, everybody, just for a quick second. We're looking at Harold's Random Videos, who's another creator who's been connected to tuberchat for a while, but hasn't been back for a while, but is back today. But because of their super chat, I just put them on the wheel right away. Coach Sherry, that makes sense. It makes sense that you would have people wanting to start YouTube channels after talking to you. Coach Sherry is another creator. Like, for instance, okay, so we're connected on YouTube. We run into each other in several live streams and this and that. That's been going on for what I feel like is probably not months now, but we haven't actually met. But that's an example of a couple of people who could probably get right into a great conversation when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I won't be surprised to know that Coach Sherry makes guests feel comfortable as well. So pardon me for 1 second, because I just want... Oh, and Harold Random Videos shows... oh, here we go. Yeah, 5 new videos. Wow. That's crazy. That's some serious work right there. Doing better than I am for posting. Thank you, D Turner Gaming, for the time you've spent. Thank you so much. Hopefully you have a good day at work. Pardon me just for 1 second, because I want to show something to Big Guys 45s. Hopefully you're still here when I get back. I'm going to be gone just for 1 second. I wasn't able to get out for Record Store Day itself, but for the stuff that I usually go after, I wouldn't expect it would sell out or anything like that. But we have a record store in Canada called Sunrise Records, and there's lots of them. I think there's 100 or 70 or something like that. And yesterday was Record Store Day Part 2 for 2020. So I managed to pick up something. It was quite expensive, but picked up an Ellie Goulding. I don't know how many of you are fans of Ellie Goulding. I wouldn't expect that I would, but I only really like buy pop music records now anyway. But I do love vinyl, and it's sealed. So I'll be doing a video on my personal channel at some point where I'll be including that record, of course. But I'm looking forward to that. But I just want to show that to Big Guys 45s. We were both vinyl fans. Harold's Random Videos does his own thumbnails as well. Yeah, these are great. $0.49 range Hamilton is here. Blood Dragon's in the house. Thanks for coming in. So when I buy records now, Big Guys 45s, I know you keep saying the same thing. I love that stuff, right? I tend to buy things that are like pop, you know what I mean? Not that they're any more popular than some of the other stuff that's out there, but like stuff you expect to hear either on a Saturday night everywhere or like on the radio all day, that kind of thing. That was quite one of the most expensive albums lately, even for Record Store Day or Black Friday, that I've bought. So Snowcone72, forgive me, I'm going to remove your message there for a second. I know this is your first time with TuberChat, but we don't do self-promotion here, so we don't typically say, come to me and I'll get everybody back. That's not particularly how TuberChat itself works. There's lots of growth streams that are like that. This one is the opposite. So what we do here is everybody's expected to make the first move. So you reach out to another creator, watch their video, give them a comment, and a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you did that, and then they will come to you. At TuberChat, mostly there's people who've been here before, and only a few of the creators. We usually get 5 or 10 channels that haven't been here before that stick around. but most of the ones who've been here most often won't come to you until you come to them first, because they know you're new and they're watching to see if you're going to connect the right way. So if you meet everybody one by one, take your time, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And Angel Light Over Darkness, Mrs. Vinyl. Yeah, surprisingly, vinyl selling more now than it ever has. I don't know if the numbers went down this year, but ever since I think it was 2015 was like, every year vinyl sales are bigger than they've ever been in the world. It's interesting. But I try to do YouTube videos occasionally of them. I've done like 10 or something like that. So Norman B has been with us again and again and again, and is on the way to the first 100 subscribers. So hope everybody will. Hopefully you met a few friends and family members. Big Guys 45s. Ninth time here. Thank you, Ghostly Winds. No, so Norman B is on the road to 100. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We know how important these milestones are, and it must be on their mind. They must be excited to get there. So thanks again, Big Guys 45s. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Let me spin. I'll get another channel up on the screen here. So now we'll look at Angel Light Over Darkness 33. And here we go. I got to get your bell on, first of all. But Angel Light Over Darkness has got the Feature Channels collaboration going on here as well. She is a dynamic creator, and I know she's out supporting other creators in different live streams all the time. And thank you, Unmasked Lifestyle. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. So Angel Light Over Darkness is well over 700 subscribers now. You've got it locked in. So hopefully on your road to 800, we can push you a little bit closer to that. It must be on your mind. Is Conversations with D is still here. Let me get you onto the wheel. And I'm just having a look at what else is happening here. The Tyler Show's in the house. Good to have you back. So Conversations with D, let's see what you've got going on your channel for today. Let me make sure I've got the right channel. Yeah, this is right. I have to match the avatar when it's a new connection. So well over 200 subscribers. You're on the road to 300. Hopefully we can push you a little bit farther today. And then, yeah, Angel Light Over Darkness. I love your banner. Hopefully you're getting good vibes from it. And then Conversation with D. Since you're a new connection for tuberchat, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. And I'm going to try to look for something about 10 minutes so I can give you a few minutes of watch time here. Take this, 9:05, and I'll add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, in the next few days, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and I'll subscribe. And in that way, I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. Pardon me just for one. I'll be right back. Pardon me. Okay, I'm back. Let's So Conversations with D will be connected shortly. I will get to my watch later list within the next few days. This is the last time the tuberchat live streams for the week. We'll be back on Friday. Shav King, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I think you've been here before, but forgive me if I'm wrong. If this is your first time with tuberchat, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I keep seeing people mentioning muscle car appraisal. Oh, that's almost clicked the wrong thing. I feel like, oh, the Tyler show. Yeah, I don't remember who I got the idea for the wheel from in another live stream a long time ago. But it adds a little bit of fun. When tuberchat started many months ago in May, I was putting every single channel that came into the chat on the screen because we'd only have like 30 channels come through. Once it got to like 50 and now it's closer to 100 every time, it's too much. So the wheel gives some suspense and gives me some order in putting channels on the screen. Pardon me again for one more minute. And Shav King, forgive me. I'm going to be right back. Oh, you have been here before. Okay, that's great. I'm going to be right back. So just pardon me for a moment again. All right, this is Lift to Eat. Oh, Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is in the house. This is the second channel from Kid Wonders Life of Wonder, so I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. Lift to Eat is another dynamic creator who's been back again and again since finding tuberchat just a few short weeks ago, as a matter of fact. But everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, lots of people have mentioned liking this channel and really enjoying the videos. So I hope everybody will connect with them because my bet is that you will find much to be entertained by here. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. Pardon me again for a moment. All right, pardon me, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good time still connecting with each other. Hope I haven't missed too much in the chat. Good. Okay, looks like everybody's doing okay. So I'm going to give you a link right now, and we can all head over to this channel. And Mr. Johnny25 is going to interview me. We're going to have a conversation about YouTube and get more into some details and questions and answers with the chat and this and that. So we can also continue connecting the same way we are here. So if everybody wants to head over to that link, and just please mention tuberchat raid when you get there, let them know that you came over from tuberchat, and I will see you over there in a moment. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent today. Hopefully you're subscribed to tuberchat and have the notification bell on. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So thank you again, everyone, and we'll see you over with Mr. Johnny25 in a moment for a tuberchat raid.